All right, this is KevinSvensonCrypto, where tyranny is defied. Wanted to pull up a chart, and I know I keep on being a little bit negative with the price action on these videos, but I want to show my reasoning for I think this is probably a temporary top. We're just going to do like basically a blank screen. This is Bitcoin right now. Now, this thing is going parabolic. We're in a situation like this. Like, we've already finished our consolidation like this, and we're basically in a situation like that. Or if you wanted to come down, I would compare this rally probably to this. It might be like considered a disbelief rally of some sort, but it's, makes this parabolic run, and then we shoot up, and eventually it stops. Best case scenario, maybe we're just right here, but we're getting ready to top. So we could also look at, when the parabola happens, and then you come down. And now if we're in this part of the cycle, which is possible, we're either in this, what I call a disbelief rally, or we're in like the major part of the first leg of the bull market. Regardless, either way, we're going to get a correction. Now, how big of a correction can it be? Now, I think it's this one. I don't think we're going to have a flu thing that happened there, but we could take a price range, take it down, 53% move, right? All right, if we take this 53% down, do 53%. It'd be pretty aggressive too, but honestly, it would make some sense. 53%, 50% takes us right down to this previous breakout area, and down to 30K, which would be, I hate to say it, but somewhat expected. A lot of chart analysts are saying that this could happen, and I'm kind of on that ballpark too. I think 30K almost needs to be retested. 31, 32, could be like a 32, 33K area, but regardless, like, I really think that this zone needs to be retested. Let's see if I can get another one. And this is a Kraken that I'm using right now, and I'm just started using it, and I needed clean charts. I've been using TradingView, and it's all good and everything, but oopsie. So I just want to make sure the thing was recording. But this area to me is it needs to be tagged. Now, if we don't tag it this bull market, then we may tag it in the next bear market. A lot of analysts are saying. I'm not so sure about that, but at the very least, if you wanted to show another area of support, maybe this kind of area. We're just going to take these. I mean, either way, this is a 45K. And if we're really bullish, I mean, even if we are still in this parabola, we're going to come back down to like 50K in this area here. Almost without a doubt. So these are the zones we really have to look out for. And another indicator to look at, the Fibonacci. We've pretty much been in this parabola since the beginning. If you take the beginning of the parabola and pull it up, and you get a Fibonacci grid, and our 0.618, our golden pocket is around 36 to 40K, 35, 35, 36, 38K. I mean, anywhere in there absolutely could be in play for a pullback. And what would that pullback kind of look like? I mean, you could look at it like, if it's going to be like this, it could be a long, drawn-out one for a few months. If it's going to be like this, it's a lot shorter. We'll take a measure move, date range. Let's see. Again, we really don't want to be in this part of the cycle yet, because if we are, it's going to be a shorter cycle, more likely. This lasted about a month. 30 days, 30 days, like 27, 30 days. Nothing, really. So it might be just a month-long consolidation, or it might end up being a lot longer. Let's see here. This one obviously lasted a lot longer. From the top, we'll just go with here. You know, this was half a year, 6 months. I don't think it's going to be either one of these. It might be a mixture of the two. So maybe the next 2 or 3 months, we'll get some consolidation. And I could see it kind of doing any kind of pattern. It could be a falling wedge, something like this, and then bounce back up. And it could do something like this, then a fall, then maybe one more fake out, then up. Yeah, I think minimally we'll probably go to the 0.5, 0.382. There's a lot of ways this could go. But that's kind of what I'm thinking is going to happen. And it's possible that it goes more aggressive and creates like let's say if we don't stop right here and we go all the way down here, then all the bears are going to say it's a inverse head and shoulders pattern, which the target would be like all the way down here, or if not lower. And I think that would cause a lot of fear. So the problem is we don't have much fear. The market is too optimistic. Everyone's just all about bullish. My cousins are asking about Bitcoin. You know, people that were in the last cycle are asking about Bitcoin. No one too new is getting into it yet, which is good. But there are lots of people talking about it, and that's kind of worrisome. So we need fear. We need some fear. Hate to say it. Take a look at the Fear and Greed Index. We're at 83, extreme greed. Yeah, we might have one more run up, but it doesn't really change the fact that I think we're going to get pretty lengthy pullback / consolidation, and that'll allow people to get some better entries in. I think this would be the ugliest one. I don't think it would do that, but that's a scenario. It's definitely a scenario. Let's see. But even if it does do that, what would that take us to October 24? I don't think it would be that long, but maybe a new parabola would be established. And it would be something like that. Anyway, let's look at let's take a look. We got some indicators here. So this might be really helpful. Anyone who's trying to figure out what I'm doing, let's look at the price and technical analysis. The RSI is one of the most common indicators. Let's see how many I get on here. I actually don't know. There's 2 different types of RSI that are most common. Stochastic RSI, which is a faster moving. And there's also MACD, some of my favorite ones. There's also moving averages. All right, so I get 3 indicators. That's pretty. I'm kind of liking Kraken. I really am. Let's make this a little bit smaller. I don't know if it shows me volume. Volume, you always want volume. All right, we've got volume now. Well, I think that's one of the most important ones personally. It's kind of squeezing my chart pretty bad. Let's see. Yeah, Kraken's got some cool stuff. Let's see if we can get a moving average. MA, moving average channel, exponential. So just did a triple moving average. Let's try to move this thing. There we go. This here. And yes, the stochastic RSI on the 3-day is pretty high. It's looking pretty high. The MACD is not showing weakness just yet, so we may get another pop up. Again, that's not what I'm hoping. I want us to correct a bit. Let's see. Let's see what else. I wanted to add one more thing. Oh yeah, I looked at the moving averages. 14, 21, and 35. The 21 moving average is pretty. You definitely want to know that one. Front visibility of intervals. Yeah, I want to say 21 needs to stay. 200. And I think people talk about the 50 pretty often. Okay. Yeah. 20, 50, and 200 moving average are some of the most common. And on the weekly is probably the best place to see it. So we'll come up. Where's our moving average so far? Which one is that? The 21. Let's zoom in here. Bear with me. This is probably the 200. Yeah. The 200 is sitting at 31,000. And we did get across with the 21 and the 200, or the 50 and the 200. And that's probably pretty bullish for sure. But we're still sitting at 33 or 21, which in a bull market, you must always have to basically expect that the 20 to 21 moving average on the weekly will be tested. And that's at 42K right now. It might move to 45 at best. So, I mean, you're looking at, even in those bullish cases, we're probably looking at like a 45 to 48K test at some point here. So the moving averages are very important. I want to actually edit that one, make it the 20. And you can do this, I think you can get a free account with Kraken, and you don't even probably have to link your bank account or anything to use it. You just make an account and you get access to these indicators, which is pretty sweet. Yeah, but I was going to do some point of reference here. Before the 21 week in this cycle, our last cycle was support for a while, but then it got too bullish, and it really didn't provide a whole lot of help. The 50 week, is it the 50? I need to figure out which one's which. Yeah, the 50 is the orange. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, so it did, I mean, that cycle provided support. 50 weeks provided pretty good support later in the bull run. And then when it crossed, it became resistance. Obviously, didn't work out. I kind of want to adjust this a little bit. I mean, it's never exact. These things are never exact. So, let's see. Keep on hitting the wrong thing. But I wanted to zoom out. On the 20-week moving average held support pretty much throughout the first bull run in 2017. At least the 2017 bull run wasn't the first. So it's a good one to look at, and I feel like our cycle so far has kind of mimicked that one, though it's starting to now get a little too parabolic. But you really want to look at the 50 and the 21 week. And the 200 is important in like a catastrophic scenario. I think, 30, 31K is certainly going to be that support at the 200 week moving average. Other bullish stuff, the MACD, which is a slower moving, it's a lot of volumes coming in. So if we do get a pullback, I'm not seeing weakness in the chart just yet, but I'm just thinking it's going to happen pretty soon. So that's where I'm at. Let's see if I can adjust this a little bit more. And now let's go down to the 4 hour. Sometimes that'll tell us some things. And I was looking, we do have a bit of a bull flag forming. And it almost looks like we're trying to break out of it. I mean, we may break out of it. And if it does go through, if this bull flag, I think it's probably going to consolidate and create a bar pattern, personally. But if this does come to fruition, we're looking at a 75K Bitcoin. And that would be like the complete move, like the parabol. I think that would be it. But again, I don't think that's going to happen. But the 4 hour does look recharged, ready to kind of move up on the stochastic. The MACD is crossing down the 4 hour. It's not telling us a whole lot. The 1 day. The 1 day. Oof. Okay, well this is something we definitely need to look at. So the daily MACD is at a level that it has not been at since all the other temporary tops. We had one here, we're at that level. We had one here, we're pretty much at that level, right? We had one here, and we're past that level. We had one here. So the daily MACD has crossed. I'm sorry, but I think we've topped. Those are my reasons for it. So just hang in there and realize that we're going to get some better prices, and that the altcoins, we may get some more run the altcoins for the next week or two. But I think the chickens are going to come home to roost, and it's going to be a pretty rough pullback. At least 20%, probably 30 or 40. And it could be more than that. So, and I think that's going to be it for my Sunday stream. I just wanted to go through my new indicator bundle, and we could do a quick run on the altcoins. Doge with hat or whatever that is. It's ridiculous. Theta token is really running. I love that. Theta, along with its native token, Theta Fuel, doing great. File token, Pepe. It's like once these goofy tokens, the meme coins, really start running, that's also tends to be signs of a top, temporary top. Again, I don't think we're going to go to a bear market, but it might get kind of rough. So just hang in there, hodl on, enjoy your Sunday, and hopefully check in tomorrow. All right, peace.